There is my arch nemesis.
He's from Michigan. I lived here. I'm from Miami.
When I was 8 years old, I had an alligator almost eat me in Punta Gorda. So I have been terrified of them. So I am being brave and going for an Everglades ride with Amy,
We lived in Hialeah.
our Time Detector.
I
And there's the airboat.
My sisters went to school
And
at
them things are in there.
Hialeah School.
Hialeah High School.
If you're ever in Florida, in the Everglades, go to Billie Swamp Safari Airboat rides. It was a blast and very reasonable. Pardon the wind, folks. There's one airboat. I'm not sure. Are we riding with them or are we riding our own?
No, we're riding with
Okay. Oh, I wanted to be in the front.
Sir? And you can sit right here, ma'am. Okay. I always put the kids in the middle for safety.
Okay.
Always, always.
What about my bag?
Okay.
Is that okay on here?
There's a basket right there.
You have to wait until they go back to
Yeah, in the middle. Right there. And whatever you put in there, it's not going to fly away. And hold on, I need her first.
Me?
No, you
Oh,
first.
me first?
Her first.
Okay.
This ain't her. Where are you gonna ride?
There's nothing to hang on to.
You gotta have fun out
Yeah.
Comfortable? Everybody comfortable?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, cool. All right, good afternoon. How's everybody doing? Good?
Fantastic.
All right, my name is Captain Armando. I'll be your guide for the next half hour or so. A couple of rules on board. No standing up when I'm going fast. Don't reach out to grab any trees or limbs. Do not stick your hands in the water. I know you guys are anxious to go swimming out here.
Yeah.
Can't wait, right? It's too
Nope.
cold to swim today, right? After what? No, just have a good time, guys. Me as a professional tour guide and airboat captain, I'm going to try to give you the best ride possible, give you some information about the Everglades, and hopefully leave out here with some good information, good memories, good time. Y'all ready?
Yep.
All right.
No, that's it. The ride's almost over.
Hang on.
right there is from China.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's called the Perry Davis deer.
Wow. You're going to get ate by an alligator. Get out of
No,
there.
he won't. He won't. He's too big. Now that's the. Oh, look at the. Look at the bison over here.
Oh, look. Oh, my gosh. He's white.
Yeah, it's an albino bison. I've never seen with that hunt stuff like that.
Big white bison.
But that's the only deer, and that's the only deer that loses his antlers twice a year.
Wow.
Every 6 months, he drops his old antlers and grows new ones.
Uh-huh.
And
Wow.
right here, those turkeys,
Uh-huh.
Osceola wild turkeys. They survived Thanksgiving.
Cypress.
Now, guys, this right here, this area we're approaching right here, this is called a cypress dome. The big tall trees you see in here, these are called bald cypress trees. These trees can grow anywhere between 60 to 80 foot tall, even taller, and they can have a lifespan of almost 800 years. The reason why these trees can live so long, the reason why these trees can live so long is because they grow real slow. Now, back in the early 1800s, the Native American Seminoles arrived to Florida. They would cut down these bigger trees and make canoes out of them. They would make a 30-foot canoe and a 15-footer. The only problem they were having was when they went to carve out these trees and make the canoes that the lumber is extremely hard because it's a straight grain tree. So they figured out a way how to burn the area first that they're going to carve out. They would burn it for an hour and a half, 2 hours, soften up the lumber, come back with a big clamshell and start hauling it out. Later on in life, they went to a blacksmith shop and they had some metal tools made. The metal tools made a difference as far as being a little easier, but not quicker. One 30-foot canoe would take a year and a half to finish.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was a major process. They even had to wait for the rainy season when the water level was higher in order to float the tree back to the village.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. And also, once they got it done, the canoe will last forever. The water nor the bugs cannot penetrate this lumber. It's really, really hard, super hard lumber. So it basically lasts forever. Now, I don't know if you folks know this or not, but the Everglades is an actual river. It's one of the largest flowing rivers of the world, one of them, and it's the slowest moving river. Hold on a minute, let me straighten out the boat. The Everglades River starts in the bottom of Lake Kissimmee, runs to Lake Okeechobee, straight through here, and it drains into the Florida Bay. But the river moves real slow. In 1 hour, it moves less than 100 feet. That's how slow it moves. I mean, real slow. You can't even see it moving with the human eye. That's how slow it's moving. Now, scientists estimate that 1 drop of water from point A to point B takes about a year for that drop of water to reach its final destination. See that bird right there in front of us? Yeah. That bird is called an anhinga. Anhinga bird. The anhinga bird is a water bird. He can actually hold his breath underwater anywhere between a minute to a minute and a half. And what he's doing underwater, he's trying to locate a fish to stab with his beak. But he has to be very careful and very selective not to stab too big of a fish, because then he can't eat it. It can't be no bigger than 5 to 6 inches. Anything bigger than that, he's not going to be able to eat that fish. The other day I saw one with a huge, like one foot fish, a huge fish, and he couldn't eat it. He could barely pick it up, for that matter. So the bigger birds came by and ate it for him. Pretty cool stuff out here, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, beautiful.
Gorgeous.
What's that, buddy? Yeah, we'll go. Yeah, we'll go.
Ride? You like the ride?
Yeah, he likes riding, going fast.
He likes the ride.
Yeah. Now, have you guys ever been to Key Largo? Okay, on the other side of Key Largo, where are you folks from, by the way?
Michigan.
Canada? Okay. Um, anyways, on the other side of Key Largo, Key Largo is the first key. It's a chain of islands called the Florida Keys. Anyways, on the other side of Key Largo is a beautiful place called Flamingo National Park, and this is where this water ends up. That's where this water ends up draining, down there in Flamingo. And it's very important for this water to make it to Flamingo, for the reason that the nutrients that's in the water provide enough food for little tiny fish to eat. The medium fish eat the tiny ones, the larger ones eat the medium ones, and us as humans, we eat the larger fish. Circle of life, the food chain.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at that. That bird's even cold.
Yeah.
He's shivering.
He's drying his wings, I think.
Yeah, he is, but he's still shivering. Look, look.
Yep.
He's shivering. All right, guys. Y'all having a good time?
Yep.
Yeah.
Good, good. Here we go. Guys, this area that we're approaching right here is one of my favorite spots in Everglades, one of my favorite part of the tours. I do this thing called the Peace and Tranquility Moment. After I say enjoy, we're going to do about 45 to 50 seconds of sounds of nature. I just want you to kick back, take off an earplug, and listen to the awesome sounds that nature has provided us with. Y'all ready?
Ready.
All right, hold on. Let me turn off my radio here. No, I can't reach it, but hopefully nobody will call. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, enjoy. You guys enjoy that?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of different, right?
Yeah, nice and relaxing.
Yeah. I started doing that about a year ago. I've been with this company almost 2 years. And I started doing that about a year ago. One of the reasons why I came up with the sounds of nature, peace and tranquility moment, is because look at those white birds. Those are ibis, white ibis. For the reason I came up with it because we lead real busy, hectic lives at work and family and friends and what have you. And sometimes we need a unplug, disconnect, forget about everything moment, you know? For example, the other day I had 12 kids on board and one school teacher. The school teacher loved it because she got 50 seconds of silence. She was like, "Can we sit here for 5 minutes, please? I'll give you whatever you want." Anyways, I'm glad I got to share that with you. All right, here we go. That was absolutely perfect. Sometimes I can't do it because there's airboat background noise, construction at the park.
Yep.
Here we go. We're going to go fast now.
Okay.
guys remember that alligator we saw at the waiting dock?
Mm-hmm.
All right, alligators have 80 teeth, 40 up top, 40 in the bottom jaw. Gators do not chew their food, they swallow things whole. And if they bite down on something too big for them to swallow, they go into what they call a death row, biting down, spinning, ripping off a piece, and then swallowing that piece. Gators can live about 100 years old in captivity, and out here in the wild about 80 to 85 years, more or less. Now, alligators grow about a foot a year for the first 6 years of their lives, and after the 6th year, they can grow about 1/8 of an inch to 2 inches, depending on their diet. Their diet consists of turtles, fish, snakes, birds, raccoons, small deer, themselves. Whenever they get into an alligator fight, the loser gets consumed by other gators. It's a rough neighborhood. It's like Miami or Hialeah. Yeah, it's like Hialeah. Now, another thing is about gators that a female gator, she can have about 45 to 60 eggs once a year. Once those eggs hatch, only about 12 or 15 little baby gators will make it to adulthood because the male gator and other animals come in and eat the little baby gators. There's a big giant bird out here, I'm sure you've seen them in Florida, called the great blue heron, the snapping turtle, the largemouth bass, and the raccoon, and the freshwater otter as well. Because remember, when the gators are first born, they're only like 2 inches long. It's a perfect snack for the bigger animals. Hold on a minute. Now, the easiest way to measure a gator is when you look at a gator's head, you look at a gator's head from his 2 eyes to his nose, you guess the inches and then convert the inches into feet. So if he's 6 inches from eyes to nose, he's 6 foot long. If he's 10 inches from his eyes to his nose, he's 10 foot long. It's real simple. You guys get it? All right. Yeah, they've done a bunch of scientific tests, and the results have been on the money every time. You guys have a good time?
Yeah.
Good. If you had a good time, tell all your friends, come see us soon. It's been a pleasure meeting you all. I'm just out here trying to make an honest living and provide for my family. You all have a great day. Safe travels. Good luck in your next adventure. We'll see you next time.
Okay.
All right. You're welcome.
he got stuck.
Oh my gosh.
He didn't get stuck.
Okay, I hope we didn't.
I hope we didn't too.
Oh my god. Remember the peace and tranquility moment we had?
Oh
From
my.
that to total chaos. But it's okay, man, because the old tradition is whenever we get these airboats stuck, the woman pushes the boat and the men stay in the boat.
Oh,
You like that
baloney.
tradition, sir?
No.
Nah, we're not stuck. What's that, sir?
It's a long-lasting tradition.
There you go.
No, we're stuck. We're stuck. We gotta get on board.
All right, hold on. Let me top the boat. Let me top the boat. Wasn't that fun, guys?
Yeah.
You don't have a rhino bag there, did you?
A what?
A rhinoceros or a hippo?
No, that was a Asian water buffalo.
Was it? It was like, all I could see was the black between from
Yeah,
the-
that's an
in
Asian
the-
water buffalo. All right, y'all free to exit. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Safe travel. Nice to meet you, Amy.
Nice to meet you
All
too.
right, take care. Stay warm.
Oh yeah. Which way? This way?
Yeah, either way.